A new batch of containers arrived yesterday to the department, material that seeks to mitigate the situation of waste dump on the streets.
As an alternative to reduce open dumping of garbage, the departmental government will have waste collection containers that will be placed throughout the department. As Bill Bryan, Secretary of Public Services and Environment, reported on the arrival of a new batch of containers and how they will be distributed.
In the next few days, these containers will be distributed in different points of the island, in which the company in charge of solid waste on the island of San Andres can have access to them. We reiterate the invitation to the community of the archipelago to properly use these containers, which have been arranged by the departmental government headed by Governor Eric Harkins to contribute to the proper management and disposal of solid waste.
The departmental government specified that the new containers have a capacity of 3,000 liters and that it is forbidden to throw mattress, furniture, white goods, or debris in them.
After the incidents that occurred at the Blowhole between tourists and tourism providers, the Departmental Tourism Secretariat visited the site to conduct awareness-raising activities.
According to information provided by the tourism portfolio, these visits are carried out to reach agreements with tourist providers at the site, as well as to provide ongoing monitoring of its service.
We are here visiting the Blowhole. Due to the multiple incidents that have occurred lately, we are making a visit, talking with the service providers of the place to know what has happened lately, to know their concerns and to see what is really happening, besides looking at the observations that they have.
For their part, tourism providers affirm that it is of vital importance in order to establish protocols in the area.
With the support of the authorities, such as the Tourism Secretariat, we have reached an evaluation of how to handle the events that have occurred in recent days and that have been very negative for the site, in order to also agree on an exact price, since we currently do not have one established.
Let us recall that in the last month there have been 2 incidents between visitors and tourism providers, events that have generated all kinds of comments amongst the community in general. It is hoped that with this awareness campaign, these problems will cease and its site will continue to be one of the most visited in the department.
And the local government informs all the insular community about a call for higher education completely free of charge for the people of the island.
Secretariat of Education announced to the island community the opening of the call for undergraduate studies at the Federal University of Latin American Integration in Brazil, which will be open until March 1st, 2022. The local government reports that the training is free in all careers and it is not necessary to be fluent in Portuguese to study. The scholarship students are responsible for their support and air tickets. In addition, students in a condition of socioeconomic vulnerability have the possibility to enroll in the mode of admission by social demand and student assistance grants through a specific call to be published once the selection process is completed. To learn more about this academic opportunity, the Secretariat of Education reports that you can learn more details through the networks of the Governor's Office.
And in other news, with the third foreign cruise after the pandemic, the touristic and economic reactivation of the archipelago is no more evident. With a positive report, officials of the Secretary of Tourism and taxi drivers highlight the activation of this new tourism. From the coast side dock, Sylvette Mitchell, go ahead.
Hello, Lisa. Well, yes, this is the third time a cruise ship come to our island. This time is a Holland cruise ship that come today. It coming from Puerto Cortes in Honduras, and it going to Puerto Limon, Costa Rica. The official of the Secretariat of Tourism, Ormel Farbs, informed to Teleislas News and to all the viewers that is 125 people that arrive in this cruise ship the day after today.
This ship this time bring 124 tourists. It benefit the island in several way, especially to the Raisal community. I would have said 100% of the taxi driver is Raisal. Then going by Cueva de Morgan, the Casa Museo, from Casa Museo then going to I Love San Andres, from Love San Andres then going to Rocky Key, First Baptist Church on the hill, and then down to Cove. So it's a very important moment we live in.
It is worth noting and also to remember and to highlight that this is a benefit for all the taxi drivers here that are on the Cove Dock in the morning of today, and all these times the cruise ship that are coming to the island. This is an economic increase for the taxi drivers.
I think we benefit. This is a good class of tourists. The stranger, these people from Europe, from Mexico, from USA, and these people come here and come and spend money. They don't come and leave garbage. Normal tourism, and this is the kind of tourism you need in the island. We used to got this before several of times, but anyway, this tourist is our checkbook for the islanders.
What are you expecting to find here in San Andres?
We want to go to the beach. We come with with water.
I think it's a wonderful island and sunshine. I like to enjoy it here. And I hope I have a wonderful time.
From the Cove Seaside, that's Sylvia Mitchell Archibald for Teleislas News.
And today is the last day of the Anato Tourism Showcase, where the archipelago has managed to position the destination and attract new investors.
On the third day of the Anato Tourism Showcase, the exhibitors of the San Andres stand have managed to attract investors who want to bet on the destination because it is not only rich for its sea of 7 colors, but it has also been strengthened in its gastronomy, its culture, and being a friendly destination with nature. On her turn, the executive director of the San Andres chapter of Anato.
These 3 days of the tourism showcase have been quite fruitful for the sector. The different exhibitors that are in the showcase during these 3 days have managed to make numerous business deals for their companies.
For the executive, it is important to continue attending the Anato Tourism Showcase because it opens the doors to great negotiations that help maintain the department's economy.
Colombia is still aiming for tourism to be the country's oil per se, and we will continue supporting this. The tourism showcase is the most important tourism event in Latin America.
Tonight will be the closing of the Anato Tourism Showcase, and San Andres will have musical, gastronomic, and cultural exhibitions throughout the day.
A Raisa Islander who loves and hurts for her island was chosen as the Caf Woman for the archipelago. Her name is Luz Marina Livingston Bernard.
The 188th woman nominated at the national level, 29 were chosen, among them an island woman. Resilient and empowered, she is Luz Marina Livingston Bernard, who will represent the islands on her power to build, inspire, and transform lives in the territory. The Caf Woman's Award has been held for 33 years, and its mission is to identify the stories of those women who led initiatives that seeks to improve the quality of life of their communities. From the island of Will Providence, the Raisa leader expressed her satisfaction with this representation.
Es una labor muy importante.
It is a very important job. I feel good. I think it has been the result of many years of hard work and dedication to the community. I am infinitely grateful to the Caf Women's program for having given me this recognition. I think that my work with the community has been very important. I think that the issue of ETA and IOTA has been fundamental because it is a commitment that I have with my island, with my community. And here we are working, and human work was done in terms of dedication. So I can see it has resulted in something positive for the community.
The award ceremony will take place next Monday, March 7 at the Cafam Theater in the 33rd version of the event, and a special tribute will be paid to those women who, after almost 2 years of the pandemic, have demonstrated the entire country their dedication, courage, care, and love, working daily in the health sector. The Cafam Women's Award will recognize these women who anonymously and selflessly have given the best of themselves through the health emergency that the country has faced.
And now let's get to know other facts today that are making news in our brief news section.
At the facilities of Migration Colombia, the Program for Attention to Persons with Disabilities of the Secretariat of Social Development shared the second workshop of sign language lessons to the personnel assigned to the institution. During the activity, 5 officials were trained in order to generate processes of inclusion of persons with disabilities entering the island. The Transit and Transportation Department of the National Police conducted a prevention and control campaign to Kobusan Company officials, socializing the last 769 of 2002 National Traffic Code. Also reminded drivers that they must respect the sign and traffic rules, always carry the established documentation, and drive with safety measures. The anti-smuggling team of the Secretariat of Finance during this week visited the commercial establishments of Avenida 20 de Julio in order to inspect domestic and foreign liquors subject to consumption tax. During the operation, the legality of the merchandise was verified.